Hi once again everyone, it's Baldy Chris, just at the moment doing a little short series taking you through the various gameplay modes there are. Haven't done normal gameplay mode, figure there's plenty of videos out there for that. Let's see, you can actually combine the gameplay modes if you want to. I probably wouldn't recommend it. I'd say try doing one thing at a time. So it hasn't stayed in blessing mode, which was the last video. Sorceress is quite abrupt, I feel. Customer service skills leave a little bit to be desired, so we'll go over to see this fast blue thing called Tonic the Sledge Dog. Slightly familiar sounding name. Do we want to go fast? Yes we do, which is turbo mode. So there we go, and we haven't had to pay any extra for turbo mode, unlike some of the other ones. Again, the little trophy in there is indicative that I have previously beaten this. I don't think I said in the last video how all four of the characters in here get unlocked. The bad news is you have, as far as I recall anyway, you have to beat the game at least once, possibly beat a past at least once as well. And gradually then they will start to appear at random, locked in cells throughout the game. So long as you collect the cell key, you'll be able to rescue them, and they'll gradually start to make their way up to the breach, just like all the other breach characters really, although as I say, you do need to complete the game. So we're in turbo mode, and you can already see that quite a lot faster than normal, and that really is about the only thing different in turbo mode. The enemies are faster, they shoot faster, but so's your character as well, so it sort of evens it up. What isn't increased is your reload speed, so it's not a completely level playing field moving up to turbo mode. And of course the other thing that's not improved is your own reaction time as well. So it can take a little bit of getting used to, but it's, of the additional modes, probably one of the easier ones to deal with. Certainly a lot easier than challenge mode, and because you get some say in the weapons that you're going to be using, at least as much as you do in ordinary gameplay. It shouldn't really work against you in terms of in the same way that a blessed mode can. If you suddenly get a gun you don't like. It's a long time since I've done turbo mode. It's certainly tougher to be as sped up as it is actually. But yeah, fundamentally, apart from the actual speed, shouldn't really change the way you actually approach the game. Just take slightly less time to do it, and to that end I've decided to play with the Marine rather than my usual choice of the Gunslinger, because I mean, it's not an unfair advantage to use Gunslinger, but it's certainly an advantage. So and since Gunslinger is quite tricky to unlock, I thought I'd do it with one of the starter characters. And you've really got your pick. Whatever's your favourite character that you've got unlocked, there's no reason to pick anyone other than your favourite one. Unlike the blessed mode, where pilot is definitely the best choice to make, I would say. Yeah, and I think Marine is probably the best all-round starter character. When you, I mean, the perks of pilot are good, but his weapon lets him down. So I think this one is quite good. That was strange. I was well on the way to. Oh god, I've got so many hits there. That was stupid. Well on the way to missing that first bullet and basically stepped into it. Not sound gameplay at all, so yeah, we'll just see how far we can take the run in this faster variant on normal gameplay. And that was another close one. The way I'm playing, maybe not all that far. But yeah, there really aren't any specific tips or tricks I can give you, other than, you know, already be pretty familiar with the game, which inevitably you have to be by virtue of the unlock requirement of having completed the game at least once. So, you know, carry on doing what you're doing, but just do it a bit faster. Yeah, all the attack patterns remain the same for each enemy, they're just done quicker. Well, he went down quite quick. Didn't think I'd hit him very many times. Not complaining, just surprised. Okay. Okay, second key, that's good. So we can open both the chests on the floor. Oh, we found one already? Yes, it is a blue one. There must have been a water barrel up there. It has ceased to be. Okay, seemed a little light on cash earlier, but it's looking a bit better now. At this point, we've seen the two standard chests there are on offer, and we've got two keys. They're both blue, not brilliant. I'm going to open them both up. We've got a bullet enhancer there, and this will be a weapon. It's the mahogany, which is, I think, a reasonably decent one. A little bit slow firing, but reasonably decent. And I just don't like seeing that door still being locked on the map, even though it really doesn't need to be opened once you can teleport into the room. Okay, might well have destroyed the water barrel in there. Oh no, it's down in the bottom right. Well, open up the entrance to the oubliette, although we don't have any keys, and you know, there's definitely a benefit to going to the oubliette in the course of any gameplay run. It's, you know, a chance to earn some more cash, a couple more chests to open, hopefully get some more room drops, and improve your standing, all the good things. But unlike in Rainbow mode, where there's a specific reason to want to visit as many floors as possible, there's no definitive reason why you would especially want to visit as many floors as possible in Turbo mode. So it's just, you know, whatever you're comfortable with. So the oubliette is, I would say, noticeably harder than the first floor, and probably harder than the second floor as well. Oh dear, nearly got away with that. There we are. One of them down, so the second one should be a little bit easier. Should be. We've already said goodbye to the flawless for this run, unfortunately. There we go. Easier with one, not necessarily easy. And we top up the health we lost at least. And we've got the Gungeon, which is not brilliant, whereas it'd be significantly more powerful if we're playing as the gunslinger. So there's not really a whole lot I want to buy on this floor. I will take a key. Don't particularly fancy the Molotov, and it would replace the ammo drop active item that the Marine starts with. We'll have a quick look for secret rooms as well. That's certainly advantageous if you can find them. Looking for cracked walls if you don't know. And you need to shoot with a weapon with expendable ammo rather than infinite ammo in order to reveal the cracks. Doesn't look like it's going to be in here. The chest rooms are quite common places where you might find a secret room. No guarantees, obviously. Can get it in the exit room as well, but again, not here. And the shops are reasonably commonplace to see them as well. This one is surrounded on too many sides to be likely, but I'm going to let the blank off anyway and find out. No, we've got one more blank. Just going to pick a random room with external walls. Blank there, which, had there been a secret room, would have opened it. So, not a great demonstration of how to find secret rooms. It's a great demonstration of how to find secret rooms. I just didn't find any secret rooms. So off to the second floor we go, and see what's going to come our way here. And I'll probably continue using the mahogany for a while. It's a versatile enough weapon to be pretty effective against bosses, so it doesn't fire that fast, but it does do good damage. And because it's got a fair size ammo clip on it, and has a pretty wide spread, it can be a useful weapon to try in normal gameplay mode as well as a room clearer. I do not like those tarnisher things. Managed to escape it quite nicely, but ran into the Chancellon, I think they're called. My mistake, partly a bit of a byproduct of forgetting how much faster the character actually moves in this mode. And have we got that chance kin? Don't know if that was... Oh dear, there's a lead maiden. Oh god, I don't like those. Definitely problematic with so many enemies going on. Right. And that spider's still not dead either. This is unacceptable. I thought I'd about to jump in the pit there. Come on, spider, stop it! Utterly unacceptable. So yeah, that wasn't a great room for us. Hasn't even given us a room drop. So this should be a vendor or safe room of some kind. Some interesting things there. Can't actually afford any of them just yet. I might be a little bit tempted with spice. A little. Purely because it does a damage up, which is definitely a great thing to have. And the first couple of usages improve your health as well. Thereafter, it does the opposite. So oh good god, I'm really going to need that health up on my absolute last legs. This has not been a great demonstration of turbo mode. I've managed to switch to the Gungeon there, which I hadn't actually intended to do, but it has set everything on fire, so I can live with that. And a key there. Always nice to get a free key, but at the minute I would vastly prefer that we got a health drop, because it's not going terribly well. Okay, there's a shop at least. Might be able to buy some health if need be. I don't like buying health, but I'm not confident in my abilities to keep this run alive for very much longer. Let's refill before going into the next room. That's a solid tactic that I've completely forgotten to do. Oh, floor traps, don't need that. Nor do I need a second wave of enemies spawning in when I'm still trying to deal with the globulons. your Lins, or whichever variant of them they actually are. There we are. That was not nice. I don't like the floor traps. They can just catch you out. And it always feels like such a sucker punch when they do it as well. Right, well, since I don't particularly care for the Mega Doubter as a weapon, and the health is so dire, I am going to buy health as much as I dislike doing it. Hopefully keep this run alive just that little bit longer, and hopefully prove I've got some idea of what I'm doing. It's the practice, or that I'm letting myself down on the theory sound. So it might actually be safer to try and go through the middle of this room rather than up the side, but yeah, there was enough time. Oh, thank you, some health. Oh, and yeah, I've got a key. I will definitely open a synergy chest. So that should either synergize with something that we've got or lend itself to future synergies. Must be lend itself to future synergies, since we didn't see the little blue arrow come up when you pick it up. Not a weapon I'm super fond of, actually. Okay. Sure, there must be more of this floor left. There is. Let's look at the rest of the floor rather than take on the boss just yet. So yeah, this weapon needs a charge up, which is one of the letdowns for sure. But it can charm other enemies, so its projectiles, when charmed, will hurt other enemies. However, both the ones I've had charmed here are enemies that fire pretty indiscriminately, or at least very widespread patterns. There you go, the pink ones are the charmed ones. You can see they're starting to help us out. The charm effect doesn't last forever though, but the ones that fire indiscriminately can still hurt you as well, so that's why I'm not super fond of it. You have to pick which one you want to charm reasonably carefully. Okay, and so we had I suppose that counts as a weapon chest for the synergy chest, so in theory this should be an item. It is. Is that the... Oh no, right, so now we're poison immune, which is an advantage in situations with poison. But you know, it's a perk, it'll help in some instances. Yeah, I mean, for all this is a slow firing weapon, it does reasonable damage. Okay, so it's time to fight the boss. Health is still not brilliant, but it's better than it was. I mean, since it was effectively dead, yeah, anything would be better than it was. I just tried to charge that up there. It's not a weapon that needs charge. That was a bit stupid. Oh wait. Right, I was rather hoping she would stop near the top of the screen, but we can work with this nonetheless. Just about managed to avoid the freezing gaze at that point. Yeah, it's a bit of a toss-up with that sort of spraying attack, whether you pick your distance and try and keep your distance and try and pick your way through it, or dodge roll over it. If you pick your way through it, you're slightly more in control of your speed and trajectory and overall position within the room and so on. If you dodge roll over it, you're not. But sometimes you just don't have a big enough gap and you've got to do the dodge roll. So that one went a little bit better. We managed a flawless there, so that's definitely helped out on the old health front. Made me look slightly less rookie than I have been up to this point. And I think that's the chest teleporter. It is. I've never found that to be particularly useful. If there were a chest left, we could teleport it to a different floor, and it might improve the quality of the chest. Personally, I prefer just opening them as and when you can, and I think the ammo refill is a useful tool to have as well. So I'm just going to leave that there. The rat can have it, much as I detest the rat. I completely forgot Cursula was there. I don't think we're going to be able to afford any of our items. Certainly can't afford the spice, which would have helped us out. Yeah, it's all too expensive, isn't it? It was all 54, yeah, so it should have been quite easy to remember. Never mind. Right, I'll have a quick look for the possibility of there being a secret room coming off a little area. Probably not the most promising wall, really, since it's not very external. This chest room looks like a likely candidate, at least. You see the wall wobbling, like the set in Neighbours or something like that, but it wasn't cracking. So yeah, looked like a likely candidate. Turned out not to be. That one's got a couple of external walls as well. Again, proving to be crack resistant. Yeah, it's sort of non-spontaneous a gameplay tactic as this is. It's definitely worth dimming. I didn't use blanks in the boss fight, so might as well use them up for something. There we are. It's a pretty disappointing secret room, if the truth be told. And there is a gap there, it's a little hard to see. But we did need health, so I'll take it. Like I say, got to use the blanks for something. Getting some health in return is worth doing. It's really unlikely there'd be a second secret room, but it's not impossible. And like I say, there's no point hanging on to the blanks, so just test it in a random room. No joy. Yeah, it's the secret rooms. Typically there's one per floor, but there's really no guarantee that there's any, and sometimes you'll see a second secret room as well. I think in one of my Quest for the Finished Gun episodes, we got given a map at one stage on the 5th floor of the Gungeon, and there were actually 2 secret rooms coming off the Gungeon there. It's one of the few times that I've seen it happen myself. It's pretty rare. If you manage to make it into the Abbey, which is the secret floor coming off the 2nd floor, there should be 2 guaranteed secret rooms in there. Yeah, secret rooms. God, I'm getting myself confused now with all the secrets. But yes, the Abbey has sort of one generic secret room, and then another one that features Brother Allburn. And Brother Allburn will have a chest in there and ask you a series of, I think it just asks you one question where he's determined to get a true answer out of you, and it doesn't really matter what you answer, he thinks it's the truth. And he'll give you the chest. Go away, bubbly thing. Right. Okay. Yeah, those bubble things are very annoying. I will just run away from it. Yeah, so he has a chest that I don't think requires a key to open, and yeah, it'll typically give you something halfway decent. But if you happen to be playing in rainbow modes, Bowler won't let you open the chest. If you destroy the chest, rather than getting junk, you get an item called Lies. I think you need to have seen to get Lies in order to fully unlock everything in the game, including the finished gun. Right, a portable table. There we are, as a portable table. But I don't find it useful. I'm hanging on to that ammo refill. Okay, I'm ignoring my usual tactic here, which is silly. Realistically, stand in front of the minecarts, wait for the enemies to come to you, just shoot in a straight line. Save just wasting your shots by firing into thin air. I only got the one key. I'm gonna try just opening the brown chest, because sometimes they refund you your key. Not this time. And I've made this mistake before. That is not the platinum bullets. I think that's the clear Guan stone. And I can't remember what it does. Anytime. I've got a synergy with it. Negates poison damage, but we've got a gas mask. We don't take poison damage anyway. Strange. Wonder what the synergy is. Okay, these enemies are just irritating. They can only be killed when their eyes are open. So for that reason, sometimes it's best to just go after them with an infinite ammo weapon. Yeah, I thought it was just going to be a corridor, but it's a rather pointless trap room. So the rats nicked the portable table. Well, you're welcome to it. It was crap. So knock yourself out, you rodent dude. Oh, that was cheap. I clearly did not see that sneaking up on me. That was the second one trying to do the same. A little bit more focused on the spider. I believe I've expressed my dislike for the spiders before. Okay, now I think with the speed increase, I should be able to roll across that gap. Oh, yeah, it helps if you actually press the roll button to do it. Oh, really? There we are. It is possible to do. It's also possible to do it without taking 2 hits of damage along the way. Do you know what? I'm going to teleport myself back and walk down the safe side of the room to the exit, rather than fuck up doing the jumps back across the way. And although I don't think I've fallen off a rail yet, at least not when I've not been under pressure, I'm going to ride the minecart across it. Why has that coal not been hit yet? Stop it! Stop charging around, you lunatic. Yeah, they're an enemy that's best put down quickly, because they can just make a mess of you if you're in a small room, can't get away from them, etc, etc. Okay, if we had surplus health, we can make a bit of cash selling it to the vampire, but I gave it all to a pit instead because I preferred getting no advantage for my losses. Bionic leg would make us faster still. I don't think that would lead to a situation where I was in any kind of control whatsoever, so loads of keys for sale. We've got another chest on this floor to be opened, so I'll have another key. I hope it's a good chest. It'll be a weapon chest, since we've already had the item chest. Okay. Yeah, where's the chest room? Oh, fairly obvious actually. locked doors are either shops or the chest rooms, or, well, not locked doors, but one-way access doors. Ew. Right, stop buffing things. Yeah, I could have sworn I hit those things about 2 or 3 times a piece, but they just kept on living. Yeah. Didn't mean to be attacking the log on either occasion there. So a weird thing with that room is that the log can take out the enemies if they get too close. Managed to uncover the rat hatch purely by accident as well. Yay, covered a jump that time. But yeah, you can still see the rats running around a little bit as well. I'm absolutely not going to go to the rat fight in this mode. Yeah, since I can't jump across a gap without taking damage, I don't really fancy my chances against the rat. Okay, so green chest weapon could be decent, or could be a bit of a meh one. Yeah, I'm not that fond of anything shotgun based, or sorry, crossbow based. Shotguns are alright if they fire quick enough. This is sort of some kind of weird combination of the two. I think it fires out a good number of arrows, just not very quickly, and I don't think they're particularly damage intensive. And I'm also used to playing as Gunslinger, who fires out noticeably more arrows than that. There's a hit, no prospect of flawless here. But that's not super surprising really, it's... you know, you've seen me play. Damn it! Yeah, this boss, oh god, a lot easier once he stands still. Good grief, what am I doing? Oh, don't go hiding, stay and be killed. Yeah, his attack patterns when he's not doing the spirally bullets are considerably easier to avoid. And then, although jumping over these rings of bullets is not super hard to do, I know I have got it wrong a couple of times already, it makes him a lot harder to hit. And yeah, as with most bosses, from a distance, a lot easier to pick your way through the attack patterns that they're doing. God, I really wouldn't mind doing slightly better damage than I am doing. Oh, I rolled into it, that was stupid. Okay, why isn't it dead yet? Some of these things must be hitting it. I suppose, yeah, having said staying at a distance is one way to help avoid the attack patterns, it's probably also true for him, with a fairly wide spread on the weapon that I was using there, so maybe there was a better one I could have been using, but it got the job done. Eventually, if not effectively. I will refill the weapon because it's been a good room clearer. That's not a mimic, is it? Been caught out a couple of times recently. And big iron, that actually would have done a decent job against the boss. Packs a bit of a punch, this one. Okay, yeah, can we buy anything out of the shop? like a health patch-up was what I was thinking, and no, we haven't got the availability of that. So, secret room hunting it is, again. What weapon to use for that? Not that one, that's the one I can't use. I'll use the shot bow. Doesn't look like that's going to be it. That chest room's got plenty of space all around it. And typically, the access to a secret room doesn't have stuff on the floor in front of the wall, but it's not absolutely always the case. So still checking those. And check the exit room, which is all the way over here. Doesn't seem to be. Try the shop. Nope. And a room at random. That one. No, I haven't been having much joy with secret rooms at all. But yeah, I suppose that's the thing with secrets. So you could exhaustively go around and shoot every single wall on the floor, which would take a long time, use up all your ammo. And, you know, potentially there isn't one full stop. Without a map, you're never going to know for sure. So yeah, I'd just pick the most likely ones and hope for the best. Sometimes you get some really good ones, sometimes you get some pretty duff ones, sometimes you get nothing at all. Sometimes you get dangerous ones actually with loads of traps in them, which is very much a mixed blessing. What? I got him, but he still managed to fling stuff back at me that actually ricocheted off the wall. I thought I'd managed to keep myself out of harm's way, but I was clearly wrong. Right, let's try bouncing off the wall so that little bullet can. That's not really having the desired effect at all, is it? There we are. Yeah, the map for a moment looked like something had dropped in the room, but it's just mapping out some of those internal pillars. Looked slightly like an item drop on the mini-map. Right, okay, that's one more of the agonizers gone for Frifle's hunt challenges. I think he still needs a good half a dozen or so of them. Ooh. Okay. This doesn't necessarily look like the hardest trap room in the world to unpick. There we go. Bringing us straight to a chest room. Okay, what do we got? It's a thing I don't recognise and don't know what it does. Oh, it makes bullets bend round you when it's activated. I've never had a great deal of luck using that, but it's probably more valuable than an ammo refill. What I'll do is refill the ammo in the shot bow, since it seems to be about the most empty, and then pick it up again. And yeah, see where the run goes from here. I might use big iron for a little while as well. Should probably try and find the guy that's doing the buffs here and take him out. Just make it that bit easier to kill the other enemies. There we are. Key for our troubles, always welcome. Right, no. Not having you spawning skeletons. Damn it, I knew that was going to happen as well. Okay, yeah, not looking great on health, so I'd be surprised if we actually get off this floor, but we've had a decent taste of what the turbo mode looks like. There we are. Yeah, might need to buy health, since it's looking pretty dire. I can't actually afford the one weapon that's in there. I've got a couple of keys, so yeah, I'll certainly buy a full heart. I don't like buying half hearts. I don't like buying health at the best of times, but the half hearts are not terribly economically priced, whereas the full hearts are slightly more hit point for your buck. Big iron has almost entirely run out. Oh, there we go. Thank goodness we got that extra health. Well, yeah, we would literally be dead if we hadn't. But I was hoping I might stay unhit that little bit longer than the very next room that I set foot in. Okay, I've activated the fortune favour thing there. And quite honestly, I didn't notice it doing anything terribly beneficial, really. Okay, I think this will be the most likely exit to loop round to the chest room, and clearly that was a bad assumption. Did that enemy just jump in the pit? That was very charitable of them. Sensed I wasn't doing all that well, and just self-terminated. Oh, little bugger's gonna throw things at me, which was what got us earlier. Is he's thrown back the pine cone things, so they're ricocheting off walls and exploding against us. So yeah, they're definitely worth taking down very quickly, so they can't throw things back at you. Beam weapons are good for dealing with them because they can't catch beams. Okay, this room's a little bit sneaky as there's a line of floor traps just underneath that blue enemy. Hasn't narrowed it down, there are several blue enemies. In fact, so very much a blue theme to the enemies going on here. Right, yeah, immediately in front of us there's a row of spike traps. And it's very easy to just get caught out and walk straight onto them, and I mean you can walk straight onto them as long as you walk straight off them again as well. But it's very, very easy to take silly damage to those if you're not careful. and depending on the settings on your TV, it's not necessarily all that obvious against the background. So what have we got there? Well, rapid fire seems good, and I think we've been everywhere we can. So little chance, but little choice, but to fight the boss. Little chance is probably quite prophetic as well. Even if it's the Warmonger, I'm still not sure I'll survive it, but we'll give it a go. We've got a few blanks as well, so it is the Warmonger. Yeah, I took a hit absolutely straight away, so let's just blank those off. And those. I'm going to try this active item again now. Oh yeah, okay, it did do something. I don't think it lasts terribly long. No, it doesn't. Yeah, okay. Much the same as Blessed Run. We got to the 4-4 boss, so that's turbo mode. You didn't get to see absolutely all of it, but it's faster and in theory no harder than the regular gameplay mode. So hopefully that's giving you a little bit of a heads up as to what to expect from it, and hopefully you'll be able to go one floor better than me and actually beat the dragon for that one. Okay, thanks for watching again. Bye.